It is known as the show that made country music famous, and now the Grand Ole Opry is celebrating 90 years. Dan Rogers is the Director of Marketing and Communication for the Grand Ole Opry. He joins us this morning to talk about the new family album out now to help celebrate 90 years. Good morning.
Good morning, Carly. How are you?
I'm excited to talk with you this morning. I was just in Nashville a couple weeks ago. I was actually, it was my first time to the Grand Ole Opry stage, and I got a backstage tour. Tell me about how exciting it is to celebrate 90 years and what a huge milestone this is.
Well, just look at the fact 9 decades of great country music. It's when you walk through that book, you just see how exciting it's been for everyone who's worked on the Opry staff over those 90 years. From Loretta Lynn, to who you hear now, to Hank Williams from way back when, to folks like today, Carrie Underwood, who's on this very weekend, Little Big Town, our newest members. So it's a lot of fun every single time the big red curtain goes up.
Well, and talk about the history a little bit about the Grand Ole Opry and how it has changed and how it has really helped, you know, put country music on the map and just really helped spread its popularity throughout the country.
Sure. You know, the Opry began as a radio show in 1925, and I think if you want to see how far the Grand Ole Opry's come, you can look at how many ways you can hear the Opry these days. You can still tune us in on 650 AM WSM, but you can also pick up the Opry on your phone. We have a mobile app. You can go to Opry.com and listen. So the Opry is absolutely worldwide these days. And I think over time, the Opry's just always been a reflection of the country music of those days. So if you turned on the radio and heard Hank Williams back in 1948, then when you turn on the radio or you're listening on your computer and hear today someone like Carrie Underwood or Blake Shelton, you'll see them on the Opry stage as well.
Well, and you know, what do you hope with putting this family album together? What do you hope that people, you know, really take away about the importance of the Grand Ole Opry? What was the goal?
I mean, one thing that's important to me is to share with those great fans out there that they're part of the Grand Ole Opry family. You know, backstage at the Opry, which you probably picked up on just touring it yourself, backstage is a great family affair. You'll see folks like Blake Shelton interacting with some of their heroes, and the same is true. There's just a great family atmosphere between the artists and fans at the Opry. It's home for country music.
And speaking of fans, what I thought was really interesting, they actually, the country stars will actually accept fan mail. They have their own mailboxes back there where you can write, you know, to these singers your own, you know, and they have their own mailbox where they can pick it up, right?
Absolutely. You'll and you can always see. It's always fun to me to see who gets the most mail. Vince Gill and Dolly Parton. Seems like they are fan favorites because their mailboxes fill up almost as soon as they can be emptied.
Yeah. Well, hey, as we close here, what do you think the future of the Grand Ole Opry is? Where do you go here now, you know, after 90 years? What do you think the future looks like?
I think with great committed Grand Ole Opry members like Little Big Town and Carrie Underwood, people who are here this weekend, the Oak Ridge Boys, with folks like that who are absolutely committed to country music and to the Grand Ole Opry. It's bright. I can hardly wait for triple digits in 100 years of the Grand Ole Opry. We'll see you in 10 years, right?
Yep, I know. Sounds good. Well, Dan, where can we get the family album? Where can we pick it up?
Sure, you can always plan a trip to Nashville and also go shopping at Opry.com.
Sounds good. I'd rather go to Nashville, though, so we'll have to plan our trip.
Come on back.
All right, we'll soon. Thank you so much.